The last cigarette. It was 11:07 p.m. The city was quiet. Rain tapped softly against the balcony railing. Daniel stood alone, a cigarette glowing between his fingers. The smoke rose into the dark sky, slowly disappearing, just like 15 years of his life. He whispered the same lie he had repeated for over a decade. This is the last one. But it never was. 15 years earlier, college campus, laughter, friends, noise. "Come on, Daniel, just one puff," Ryan had said. He didn't want to look weak. He didn't want to say no. The first inhale burned his throat. He coughed. Everyone laughed. He laughed too. That one moment became a habit. Habit became routine. Routine became dependency. Stress? Smoke. Celebration? Smoke. Anger? Smoke. Silence? Smoke. He told himself he was in control, but control had already slipped away. Years passed. The mirror started telling the truth. Dark circles, dry cough every morning, heavy breathing on simple stairs. The doctor's voice was calm, but serious. "Daniel, smoking increases your risk of lung cancer and heart disease. You need to stop." Daniel nodded. But addiction doesn't end with a warning. It ends with a decision. And he wasn't ready. Until the day his daughter spoke. Emma stood in the doorway, small hands holding his shirt. "Daddy, why do you always smell like smoke?" Silence. No lecture had ever hit him that hard. No medical report had ever felt that heavy. In that moment, he didn't see himself. He saw his daughter, growing up without him. Back to the balcony, rain falling harder now. Daniel stared at the cigarette in his hand. It wasn't comfort anymore. It was chains. He took one last drag, not for pleasure, but for closure. He looked at the burning tip, then dropped it to the wet floor, crushed it under his shoe, and whispered, "No more." That was the last cigarette. The next morning wasn't heroic. It was painful. Headaches, irritation, sleepless nights. His hands searched for something that wasn't there. His mind whispered, "Just one, you deserve it." But every time the craving rose, he pictured Emma. Every time his body shook, he remembered the balcony. Day 1. Day 3, day 7. Nicotine fought back, but so did he. He walked when cravings hit. He drank water. He breathed through the storms inside his chest. It wasn't dramatic. It was quiet war, and he chose to win it daily. 30 days later, the coughing reduced. 3 months later, breathing felt lighter. 6 months later, he ran in the park without stopping. Emma ran toward him and hugged him tight. "Daddy, you smell nice now." He smiled, not because he quit smoking, but because he reclaimed himself. Addiction told him he was weak, but quitting proved he was stronger. 15 years of smoke ended with one decision, one night, one crushed cigarette. Freedom doesn't come easy, but it comes to those who decide they deserve it. Music fades softly. Somewhere tonight, someone is holding their last cigarette. Maybe you. And when you're ready, you won't just put out the flame, you'll take your life back.